What's going on, guys? Welcome to the video. So I believe we are fully in altcoin season. What does that mean? Should you be taking profits? What am I going to be doing to take profits? And, what to be aware of right now, because things are getting a little bit crazy. Take a look right here. Everything is up today. ETH is probably going to cross a new all-time high today. Bitcoin could hit a new all-time high today as well. We are very, very close. I want to talk about a couple things in this video. The first are a few charts, taking a look at kind of the total market cap, the entire crypto space, how big it is, what that means to me, and then taking a look at a few charts over on the Enter the Cryptoverse website. If you want to get access to these charts, you can. Take a look at things like risk levels, what all this means, how I'm looking at this in terms of taking profits as well. Just where are we? Where are we in terms of this year versus other post-halving years for Bitcoin and for ETH? So let me start out right here. So Ethereum is setting up for something big. We already know this, but let me just repeat. ETH balances on exchanges are at record lows. Spot ETH ETFs are pulling in $1 billion a day or so. The SEC has some bullish news that ETH staking is not a security. 401k plans are going to allocate to Bitcoin and crypto, etc. So there's a lot of really bullish stuff. If you've been following me for any period of time over the last, 1 to 2 years, I've been talking about all of the exciting bullish narratives that are in this space. And now we're seeing a lot of them play out finally in the price of coins. Now, what I want to mention, though, even though it's altcoin season, right? Even though it's a very exciting time, there are still a lot of people deeply underwater on their crypto. For example, even Solana. We are at $200. It peaked out at around $300. Take a look at Sui. It peaked out at around $5.30. We're at around $4 now. And ADA, oh my gosh. So ADA back in 2021 peaked out around, $3. We're at less than $1 right now. So there's a lot of large coins that people, if they bought in 2021 or even end of 2024, that they're still deeply underwater on. Take a look at Link. Same thing, Chainlink. It had a good run, $24, but it peaked out in 2021 at around $52. So why do I say that? Because first, if you happen to be somebody that's underwater or you're not in profit, I don't want you to feel dumb because everyone's talking about altcoin season. Now, there's a lot of people, again, that are in profit if you DCA'd when things were going down, like I have been sharing for a while, putting in some buy zones on many different coins. I've been buying XRP all day long at around $2. If you've been buying, you're in a good spot. But if you're not, just know that you're not the only one. There's a lot of people that are still deeply underwater. Even me, on certain coins, I am underwater. So let me go over these charts right here and then take a look at some over on Into the Cryptoverse. And then I want to talk about what am I doing regarding taking profits and how am I looking at that entire thing. Really quick though, altcoins are seeing an all-time high for search volume on Google. So this to me is a little bit, bubbly. Little bit bubbly. This is also a little bit of a bubble story. And when I say bubble, I mean, I'm just aware that these things usually happen at the peak of markets, or at least at close to the top, right? For example, the Coinbase ICO was around May or April of 2021. Then we saw that enormous summer drop of Bitcoin where, Bitcoin dropped like 50%, and then it made a new all-time high in November. And this is what, I'm kind of seeing here. So here, there's a new crypto exchange that just went public. So, just keeping these things in mind, guys. This is why taking profits and understanding how to take profits, I will be talking about this in future videos in a lot more depth, so make sure to subscribe, is very important. So right here, this is the total crypto market cap excluding Bitcoin. Pretty much a new all-time high, or very, very close, which is good. This is the total market cap, so the entire crypto space, excluding Bitcoin and ETH. We are close to a new all-time high. It was a little bit higher December of last year. And here is the total market cap minus Bitcoin, ETH, and stablecoins. We are actually still a bit lower because stablecoins are making up a large part of the market. As you can see right here, this one includes stablecoins and this one includes stablecoins. So to me, this is not bubble territory yet because taking out stablecoins, we still haven't hit the all-time high we hit in December of last year, let alone what we hit back in November of 2021 at the previous high for the market. So to me, this shows that we still have room to run. Now, take a look here. this chart into the cryptoverse, taking a look at risk levels, I believe they are offering a sale right now. And if you want to get access to these charts, you can do so using my link below. So right now, Bitcoin is at a risk level of around 0.572, which is pretty low. You can see right here, I mean, the times that the risk level gets above a 0.8 are usually the times that I'm thinking about heavily taking profits. Taking a look at Ethereum, we are a little bit higher at around a 0.736. Now again, the times above a 0.8, you can see the line right here. This is the time when it's, not a bad idea to begin taking profits. And taking a look at XRP, we're at a 0.788. So a little bit higher for XRP. But if you think XRP is going to go to $10, if you think Ethereum is going to go to $10,000 or $15,000, if you think Bitcoin's going to go to $1 million eventually, a lot of these things aren't super important. It just depends on your time horizon. Are you a long-term trader or are you doing swing trading? Are you trying to just make some short-term profits or are you just stacking consistently because you know the price is going to go a lot higher over time? Right here, this is the crypto market cap trend line. We are still not really in bubble territory. You can see here in 2021, we were well above the red line, and right now we are barely touching this red line for the entire crypto market cap. Right here, Bitcoin is performing like it usually does in the year after the Bitcoin halving. We're actually below the previous 2 years. Taking a look at Ethereum really quick, and again, if you want more access to these charts, you can do so below, and I'm just kind of showing a little bit here. So Ethereum is well below how it performed back in 2021 and 2017. And this year, true, we don't have the massive retail hype like we did in 2017 and 2021, but we are seeing companies stacking Ethereum on their balance sheet. It's a very, very different ballgame now. We are seeing stablecoin issuers build on Ethereum. We are seeing a lot of institutional demand. So there's a lot of different things as well this year. And this is Bitcoin's bubble territory, just to show you that we are not in a classic bubble. When we hit that red line, at least the bottom red line for Bitcoin, that gets into bubble territory. And that would be a Bitcoin price of around $276,000 or so. So we're not there. And taking a look at Ethereum, we can see that we are more elevated, right? But we have not hit these insane valuations like we can see up here for Ethereum, where it's really, really high up above the top green line. So, take this for what you want. And I'm also taking a look at new YouTube views and YouTube subscribers for crypto channels on YouTube. So right now for subscribers, we are abysmally low. So low for new subs. Taking a look at 2021, where it was just a different ballgame, right? And for YouTube views, we are so much less than where we were even at the end of 2024, where we were over 2 million views a day. We are sitting at around 1 million views a day. So all of these things to me show that we're not really in massive, massive bubble territory yet. But I want to end the video saying that you should not take profits, okay? Nobody has a crystal ball. I'm looking at things from a big macro lens of where is this going? The US is going to continue to inject liquidity, and that's going to debase the dollar, and risk assets are going to go up over time. I don't see that stopping ever. So if that's your time horizon of the US is going to keep printing and there's a fixed amount of Bitcoin, then what's the problem of waiting and kind of riding through the volatility? But if you are here to take profits, if you are up, I recommend learning how to take profits. Click the sell button and figure out how to withdraw that to your bank account, or at least keep it safely in stablecoins. I am not going to tell you what to do. I will tell you what I'm doing right now for myself. I have not begun to aggressively take profits. I will a little bit in certain coins, especially if they grow larger than the allocation I would like for my crypto portfolio, but I'm not selling 40, 50, 60% of some massive bags that I have. I'm just not. Now, if you're holding a lot of tiny little speculative altcoins and they, do a 2x or 3x or 5x in price and you did not take some profits, I think that's kind of silly. For myself, I believe Bitcoin is going to $1 million, so I'm not going to be aggressively taking profits on Bitcoin. I actually don't even like selling Bitcoin. For altcoins, I will be taking more profits. But again, you need to have a plan for yourself. The risk levels aren't showing for me that we are in massive bubble territory. Ethereum is getting a little bit exciting just because we're hitting that all-time high. So I could totally see Ethereum having a drawdown going below 4K easily. We are very close to 4K. Could I see Bitcoin having a really, really wicked drawdown to 100K? Yeah, I could. And if that freaks you the heck out, you should probably take profits. I've been in the space for way too long and I understand the game. And I get that these pullbacks are natural and normal. But if the thought of Bitcoin going to 100K makes you want to like pull all your hair out, which maybe I've done in my sleep, I don't know, then you should totally begin to take profits and at least have a plan for yourself. So I'll continue talking about this in future videos. Make sure to like and subscribe to catch these videos moving forward. Hope you guys are doing well. Enjoy the new all-time highs that I think are going to happen very, very soon, if not today. Until next time, guys, talk with you soon, and bye for now.